you to the edge of the earth!
Ryan Shawcross on Aaron Ramsey was the big talking point for this game. Injuries like this bring up for you what the issue of what commentators often call harsh yellow cards.
We hear it week in, week out, but ultimately, when dangerous and excessive tackles are not punished, you're encouraging things like this. There is so much stuff being talked about, and there's so many things missing the point here. It is getting contaminated with petty points being made about Arsenal and teams playing Arsenal and Arsene Wenger and, well, Arsenal did this and da-da-da. The bottom line is, this isn't a tackle, this is a scythe, right? It is not a 50-50 tackle. If it was a 50-50 tackle, they both would have arrived at the same time. So inherently, it's not a 50-50 tackle. Shawcross does not tackle, he scythes through, Ramsey's legs planted, and it's a tragic double broken leg. Two bones are fractured. It is excessive, it's reckless, and for commentators or other managers or anybody to come in and try and be objective and claim that it wasn't a bad tackle, well, maybe they're right, it wasn't a bad tackle because it wasn't a tackle at all, it was an assault. It was awful.
Do you think he meant to? Thought,
it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna Roy Keane go get him.
It's totally irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. There's nothing in the rules about intent. It talks about excessive. And that's what contaminates the conversation. Well, he's a good guy. He didn't mean it. Well, you know, that's not you don't get off with that.
Yeah.
He did it. He was excessive. He was reckless. And finished up with somebody with a double broken leg.
When it comes to determining a suspension, if there's something on top of 3 games, all that stuff would come into it.
If you get done that sort of a tackle, there's a red card, there's a ban, that's your starting point. How long's he out for? Then you can appeal from there. And you can have any kind of appeal you like. And you can go through tribunals, if you like, and try and get it reduced. But that's where I start. Not a 3-game ban, not a 3-game ban, 8 months minimum, so that he can come back. Yeah. That is the worst tackle I've seen. That was worse than the Eduardo one. How can you go in with that much force and then say, oh, it was an accident? It was an accident. It's not an accident. No. It's not an accident. Well, he's steamed in, he's steamed through in, snapped his leg in 2 places. It's an accident. I've seen photos in the Sunday Times and in the Daily Mail. I saw photos where the ball is on the floor and Shawcross isn't even looking at the ball. I'm not saying he intended to do it. I'm just saying he's a clumsy, idiotic thug. Well, and I'm telling you that team are sent out to play like that. That is just I'm following orders crap. That is how they are sent out to play. We'll rough them up a bit. They don't like it. And then that happens and then they say it's an accident. And then afterwards Wenger says, I think it's unacceptable, that tackle. That's all he said. It's unacceptable. They go to the Stoke manager, who I previously respected, right? I've got nothing against Stoke. Stoke, the town, Stoke, the club, the manager. I've got nothing against any of them, right? Previously respected him. They go to see him. They say, Wenger says it's unacceptable. What do you think? He says he can keep his opinions. He can keep his opinions. That's the sort of respect they have for the manager. Instead of saying, we're very apologetic about the injury, it's a terrible incident, there's no intent from our player, we hope he's well, I understand Mr Wenger's upset. Nothing like that. He can keep his opinions. That's what he said. That's what made me sick. And that's when it started then. That is when it started. We've had nothing but ever since poor Ryan Shawcross. Yeah. Poor old Ryan. We've got to lay off Ryan. He was upset. Yeah.
What's a load of crap? Picked him up.
His mum picked him up. He was in tears at the end. He's wandering down that field like he's failed some sort of X Factor audition, blubbing, rubbing his eyes with his shirt. I'm so upset, I'm crying. Ramsey's got his leg in 2 pieces.
No.
Get off the field. Get off the field. You should run off in shame. I've never seen Sol Campbell like it. I have never seen him so angry.
So was
livid. Sol knows about playing centre-back. Sol's the best player played centre-back for the last 20 years in this country. He's absolutely outstanding centre-back. Stays on his feet. He's never done that.
No.
He would never make a tackle like that. He was livid. He was after Shawcross. He was telling him when Shawcross should listen to him. He should phone him up and say, can I have a chat with you? Yeah. What am I doing wrong? Don't go in like that for a start. You go in like that when it's absolutely the only way to stop a goal. Then you might go in like that. If you really felt like, I can stop someone scoring it, it's a last-ditch tackle, I've got to go in hard. You don't go in like that on the halfway line, because you can't control a football. Aaron Ramsey's one of the best young players in Britain. Possibly one of the best players in Europe in the next few years. He's that good. He could be as good as Gerrard or Brian Robson or really, really outstanding players. And we don't know if he'll come back. I don't know if he'll ever be the same again. And I've had nothing but abuse from people saying, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Threatening me. Threatening, oh yeah, come here, you wouldn't say that to our faces. Say what? That he should be banned? All right, okay, I can't make the rules.
Threatening you?
Yeah, threatening me.
Saw something. Andy Garrett was the assistant at the cup final who kept his flag down when Andy Carroll thought he'd equalised.
That is flagged here. Well, if he's fouled, you know, is it a penalty? That's a red card. And Joey Barton stares controversy in the face again. And that's such a crucial time for his present club against a former club. But now he's kicked. And this is crazy, because whatever he was going to be banned for the original incident is now going to be doubled at least.
Well, it's awful stuff. We'd just be saying, we were saying how well he was doing in the game, and then he explodes. Typical Joey Barton.
He needs to be rescued from himself. And Kevin Hitchcock and Eddie Niedzwiecki are doing just that.
And Balotelli has tried to get involved. Would you believe it? Now he's been pushed away, but that man there has let his team down in no uncertain terms. Dreadful stuff for QPR. Dreadful. Have a little look. This is the second incident. There you go. Awful stuff.
Well, we won't be seeing Joey Barton again for some time, and there'll be many who will be.
And there's an attempted,
very appropriate.
And there's an attempted headbutt accompanied there as well. Everything bad about Joey Barton we've seen there in 60 seconds.
I am from the village of Minerva, and I will not apologize for my tone tonight. This is the opportunity we've been waiting for. I will hit the ground running, come out swinging, and end up winning. Let's send a message tonight. We're tired of business as usual. Drastic times require what? Drastic measures, yes! Who said that? Thank you! I believe in the axiom. It was a problem then, it's a problem now. It always has been, and it always will be. But as a weapon, you use it as a tool. Use that to its fullest extent. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell Randy Gonzalez, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. Both barrels, guns loaded. And what you are seeing from me tonight is what everyone outside those doors is going to get over the next 8